According to some, a woman's inner glow can dim in two significant ways. First, when she starts to feel invisible to the outside world, and second, when her own body starts to feel alien. But consider this. What if, for many women over 60, the first sign that their health is failing isn't a new wrinkle or an unanticipated surge of heat? It's that slight change downstairs, a tightness that tugs, a dryness that lingers, or a disconnect that makes you question whether something is really wrong. That persistent friction isn't a figment of your imagination. Rather, it's your body's silent warning that your blood vessels need your care. If you ignore it, it begins to gradually drain your general energy from within, not simply reducing the intensity of your private times. Hello, I'm Dr. Rachel Bennett, a medical professional who has specialized in the special requirements of elderly ladies for over 30 years. Helping women like you rekindle their spark, increase their circulation, and foster connection through natural, gentle methods has been my passion. Today, I want to reveal a fact that every woman in her golden years should know. What if the key to better lubrication, more robust pelvic circulation, and a vibrant, pain-free romantic life was right in your kitchen refrigerator rather than a pharmacy jar or a doctor's office device? Menopause is often blamed for these changes, and it certainly has an impact. I'm here to present the proof, though, because the true culprit is frequently something we can truly avoid. In this article, I'll show you 3 scientifically proven foods that can help you feel soft, ready, and empowered again, relieve pelvic pressure, and regain your flow, all without the need for a prescription drug. Before the end of the week, one of them may even cause a discernible shift. Before we get started, if you're a woman over 60 who wants to increase your circulation, become more responsive, and regain your wellness organically, please do yourself a favor and subscribe so you can receive all of the personalized nuggets. Put a 1 in the comments if this resonates with you. If not, a 0 is okay. Let me know how I may improve things to be of further assistance. Now, let's discover the first food that may change the way blood flows to your most vulnerable parts. The ultimate circulation reviver, beets, comes first. Beets are just another root vegetable, and I used to think they were unworthy of a woman's sensuous side. Patterns then started to appear in my clinic. Consider Margaret, a 72-year-old former educator who had been enduring that exasperating lack of emotion and stubborn dryness during intimacy. Weeks later, she came back glowing, telling how her sensitivity had increased and the tense pull had subsided once she started adding beets to her meals. Nothing special, just some sliced into salads. Is it a coincidence? Absolutely not. Your body converts the nitrates found in beets into nitric oxide, the supermolecule that keeps blood flowing freely. Our vessels naturally tighten as we age, and our nitric oxide levels fall. This is when nebulous symptoms appear, such as a tightness that makes tenderness a chore, a slower exhilaration, or discomfort where joy should be. This is more than just aging gracefully. It's a warning sign that the sensitive clitoral and vaginal areas aren't receiving the nutrition they need. Like a soft accelerator, beets help to relax those vessels, energize the flow, and keep your pelvic region hydrated, aware, and alive. It's easy to get started. Roast some beets for lunch or have a small cup of their juice first thing in the morning. Giving your body the means to mend itself is smart biology, not magic. And here's a juicy summertime classic that we frequently overlook. It has a chemical that relaxes artery walls without the side effects of hormone treatments. It might alleviate the underlying discomfort in the pelvis. Now, let's investigate it. Watermelon, the ultimate flow booster, comes in second. I'll admit that once, on a beautiful afternoon, I thought watermelon was just plain fun. I was off base, boy. Research has shown that it has a hidden jewel, especially in the rind we typically throw away, that can help women over 60 who are struggling with the friction that ruins intimacy and that dry feeling. The star? That whitish layer contains a lot of citrulline, an amino acid. Even if we don't think about it, citrulline is a natural expander that encourages blood vessels to relax and enlarge, particularly in the lower body. These roots narrow after the age of 60, dulling desire and transforming touch into tension, not excruciating pain, but a persistent rub that suggests circulation problems. Citrulline relieves this tension, which I refer to as pelvic vascular fatigue, allowing blood to flow more freely and forcelessly. Allow me to introduce you to Linda, a vibrant 65-year-old artist under my care. She revealed that the ease of her intimacy had been replaced by uneasiness that undermined her confidence. I proposed adding the entire watermelon rind and flesh to regular smoothies. She smiled 2 weeks later, citing her blender habit as the reason for her improved natural wetness and freedom from that hold. Watermelon supports your natural rhythms, which are gentle, strong, and pure, in contrast to medications that force alterations. This fruit might be your ally if you're interested in regaining poise and ease in your skin. But hold on, our trio isn't finished. The last one isn't fruity or vegetable-like. Rather, it's a little powerhouse that is packed with minerals that are essential for the reactivity and resilience of your tissues. It could be the final piece in your vascular mosaic. Third, pumpkin seeds, which balance tissues and hormones. If I could provide one piece of advice to women over 60, it would be to embrace pumpkin seeds. These humble kernels, which are frequently removed from pumpkins and left behind, are a goldmine for restoring flow and preserving pelvic health. They are abundant in 3 essential nutrients: arginine, zinc, and magnesium. Magnesium relieves tightness in the pelvic floor and relaxes the layers of muscles and arteries, preventing cramps that cause anxiety. Zinc stabilizes hormones during the postmenopausal transition. Nitric oxide production, which is necessary for guiding blood to those private areas, is fueled by arginine. Image. Despite her desire, Evelyn, a 68-year-old yoga lover and patient of mine, suffers from a persistent tightness and diminished feelings. I suggested eating a teaspoon of raw seeds every day. After 3 weeks, she stated that the squeeze had relaxed, her awareness had increased, and she felt more in tune with herself. Including them? Simple. Mix into smoothies, sprinkle over cereal, or eat by itself. Results gradually accumulate, creating a strong foundation for vibrant tissues. Take a look at the larger science to learn more about why these seeds glow. Magnesium shortage, which is frequent in older persons due to dietary gaps or medications, exacerbates vascular stiffness, according to studies from organizations like Harvard's Nutrition Department. Zinc, which is frequently deficient after menopause, indirectly boosts estrogen pathways and helps with lubrication. Arginine, it is associated with increased genital blood flow in women, according to research published in the Journal of Sexual Medicine. For hundreds of years, I've incorporated these into routines and observed not only bodily changes, but also emotional improvements, women regaining happiness in relationships that had long been diminished. Now you know how to nourish your system with foods you eat every day. When you properly combine them, however, the magic increases and produces a cascading effect that speeds up your sensual renaissance more quickly than if you tried to do it alone. Fourth, the Circulation Trio's synergy. The reasons behind their excellent collaboration. It helps to eat healthily occasionally, but what about combining items that achieve the same objective from different perspectives? Results skyrocket at that point. Let's introduce the Circulation Trio: beets, watermelon, and pumpkin seeds. These 3 companions work together to revitalize flow just where you need it. Imagine it. The nitric oxide spike that beets produce at the beginning dilates the major arteries and primes the pelvic delivery. The citrulline in watermelon dissolves the covert tension-stealing pleasure and eases microvessels in delicate areas. Every drop of blood is effective because pumpkin seeds support it all by providing arginine to keep nitric oxide humming, magnesium for relaxation, and zinc for balancing. I've seen this in action, therefore it's not theory. Convinced that their prime was over, women in their 60s and 80s changed the course of events in a matter of weeks by consistently being included. No valiant endeavors or large expenses, just thoughtful decisions. Let me elaborate on this anecdote. Joan, a 75-year-old widow who had been dissatisfied with creams for years, participated in a senior group session I facilitated. She embraced the 3: yogurts with seeds on top, rind-inclusive drinks, and beet salads. Her comments after a month? "Doctor, it's like waking up, less dryness, more warmth, and I feel alive down there." This is supported by scientific evidence. A research published in the Nutrients Journal found that nitrate and amino acid sources like these increase endothelial function by 20 to 30% more than isolates. To gain a deeper understanding, consider the effects of aging on the vessel lining, or endothelium. It becomes thinner and less flexible. These foods target the following: minerals strengthen cells, citrulline increases flexibility, and beet nitrates repair lining. According to American Heart Association research on circulation, adding lifestyle ties and walks enhances flow significantly. Fifth, the most common mistakes made by women over 60. One thing comes to mind from my years of working alongside older women in the trenches. We are drawn to quick fixes, a one-time fix that solves problems without requiring us to change our way of life. I understand the temptation for instant relief when your body is deceiving you. The largest mistake, however, is relying on topical lubes or hormone gels to fix problems that can only be fixed by deep nutrition and circulation improvements. Although those aids momentarily smooth things out, they ignore the underlying issues, which include stiff arteries, declining nitric oxide, and that numbness or tightness that is ingrained. Instead of fixing a failing arrangement, they conceal it. Numerous patients have expressed their disappointments, the first relaxation waning, and the absence of a true spark. I answer, your body is famished, not defective. It bounces back when you feed it internally. The winners? Those who are giving up shortcuts in favor of consistent nutrition. Through everyday devotion, they regain their strength, vitality, and faith in themselves. For example, compare two patients. While the other welcomed meals and found long-lasting contentment, the first pursued gels and cycled frustration. More general context. According to a Women's Health Initiative study, dietary changes result in long-lasting benefits free of adverse effects, while long-term hormone use hazards exceed benefits for women. Making the decision to choose sustenance over suppression is about empowerment. The sixth is your simple 7-day plan. Equipped with this understanding of how certain meals promote flow, sensitivity, and intimacy, the crucial question is, how can it be incorporated into daily life? I've witnessed enthusiastic women stall because they understand the why but struggle with the how. Therefore, this easy 7-day guide. Easy, no recipe methods that yield results quickly, often within days. As part of the dawn routine, consume a tiny amount of beet juice on an empty stomach to stimulate vessels and ignite nitric oxide. Mid-morning, make a watermelon mixture with the rind for citrulline magic, which is reviving and opens the vessel for increased arousal. Afternoon, eat a handful of raw, unsalted pumpkin seeds, kept close at reach. These provide the mineral trio in a covert manner, promoting tissue vitality. Add a daily affirmation, some modest exercise, such as stretches or walks, and plenty of water. You're restoring, not just surviving. This promotes control on an emotional level. Consistency is crucial. Perfection is optional. Routine, not magic, is what your body thrives on. Extend this. Note baseline feelings on days 1 through 3 and document shifts on days 4 through 7. According to my clinic logs, several people experience mild warmth early. Science tie. According to bioavailability tests, consuming beets quickly maximizes absorption. The lipids in the seeds help with mineral uptake, and the citrulline in the rinds peaks in blends. Here is an extension of a patient tale to add to it. This was followed by Grace, 71, who was lonely as a widow. The end of the week, the dryness eased, and I felt hopeful. She decided to take a dance lesson as a result, which improved her flow even more and demonstrated how food may drive more significant life changes. Your doctor's final thoughts, a passionate conclusion. To all the women here, particularly those in their 60s, 70s, or later, you have potential. You are whole, and you are timeless. I have led women who were certain that their vitality had been lost, health, poise, and strained bonds, only to see them blossom when they realized that decline wasn't fate, but rather a call to self-nurturing. We explored eating, circulation, and sexuality, but at its core, it's about rediscovering your true self, which society may consider to be past your prime. That sensuous fire gone, it is a weighty, unsaid, and quiet sorrow. To honor your enduring spirit, feeling faded, to partners, to self, requires action from love rather than fear. Your form continues to renew, even after decades of stress and self-doubt that say, accept it, change is still coming. Start with sustenance, deliberate movement, trust in eternal happiness, ease, and ties. Let's expand. Consider cultural stories about women like Sophia Loren, who by taking care of themselves radiated 80+, or research from longevity hotspots like Okinawa, where diets high in plants maintain health. Anecdote. After a heartbreak, an 82-year-old patient adopted this. Months later, a new romance blossomed attributed to her recovered confidence. Finally, this is your starting point. I appreciate you persevering, not just reading, but making an investment in you. That says a lot. Pumpkin seeds repairing with desired minerals, watermelon unwinding vessels to eliminate pelvic drag, and beets igniting nitric oxide were all things we unpacked. When combined, they strengthen not only intimacy, but also your feminine essence, reviving your role and identity. Changes take place in my workplace. Voices become more confident, smiles dispelled out, and moisture returns. It's within your reach, not going back in time, but moving forward with weapons. No limits on bodily aliveness, ties, or ecstasy. Despite obstacles, today inspires progress. Use this. Pay attention to your intuition and let goodness return. Not temporarily, but permanently. The journey unfolds rather than ends. Your stores of strength and fortitude are waiting for you. Take them. Dr. Bennett's life advice. Never overlook the fundamentals. This goes beyond a menu and conveys a deeper truth. In health, affections, hobbies, and little, frequent meals provide lasting strength. Avoid hurry and embrace routine. Therein lies true growth. This week, what is your first health move? Leave a comment below. Your story may inspire someone else. Tell your family members that need this by subscribing. I'm glad you're here. Picking you.